Yeah.
Now, that's the one in Norwich,
Yeah.
and that's the army. No.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
What I was telling him, there's 1,500 people in a lodge, right? They'll keep 500 men here, you know, because imagine Hitler did it with only a few men, right?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
in the lodge.
Yes.
So them 1,000 men, if they got trouble in Ipswich, would go to Ipswich because
Yeah.
they're commanded by their worshipful master.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. People don't realise when you go start to take the power away from these Freemasons,
Yeah.
they ain't going to go take our power. People fight. Hitler fighted right to his bunker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And wouldn't, you know, I mean, you think when they were on the outskirts of Berlin, he'd go, yeah, and surrender, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what I mean, that's a big, you know, they just swipe you
Yeah,
across
yeah,
Europe.
yeah.
Would you surrender? No, they don't surrender. No one surrenders their power. No
Yeah.
one, never.
Right.
So what do you think the Freemasons are going to do when you start ousting them out of Parliament?
Yeah.
Because you see Tories and Conservatives. I don't. I just see a bunch of Freemasons on both sides, which there is.
I need to look into it a little bit further.
And if you look at their research where they're sniffing the coke and all the rest of it around Parliament,
Yeah.
that's what. Who do you think's giving them that coke? The criminals, yeah.
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah.
you go back, you know, and I can go back to the Cray twins,
Yeah.
all the parties they had with Boofy and all that, you know, with the kids' parties
Yeah.
and all the rest of it, you know, you can go on all day. But that's what's corrupting every town and city is Freemasonry,
Wow.
the corrupt criminals. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
took over Freemasonry.
Yeah.
People don't realise it, and they need to wake up to it.
Right. Let me talk to these
Anyway,
guys.
I'll let you get on.
No, thank you.
I'll go on all
Thank
day.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Right, so apologies for losing the stream. Phone went into too hot temperature mode and shut down. I had a feeling it might do at some point. It is extremely hot here. I guess I best stay in the shade. I was slightly out of the shade, and of course that's why I lost the stream. Hope you guys can see and hear okay now. So apologies for that.
The government is simply a PR exercise, and they're giving it. They call it the
Yeah, so hopefully people can realise that the other live stream had failed and maybe get on to the next one. I'll always try and restart again, but I've got to wait for my phone to cool down. Yes, please. It's Sven just going over to try and find some cold water. It is so hot here, but we're in the shade, which is awesome. All right. You off, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for coming down. Right. He's just saying goodbye. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Yes. I'll be careful. I must stay in the shade, otherwise we'll lose the stream again. And yet I don't really want to be under the trees because I lose the signal. I don't know. But it's very, very hot here today. God, we complain about the heat, and we complain about the cold. I don't know if you've seen that. She's reading there. What's he doing? Oh, vaping. There's it's a great place. This. I don't know if you can see. There's lots of there's a little pub there. Oh, I think we had a drink there once. Yeah, we had a drink. Me, Roxanne, and a couple of people that came down to and joined us. I just realised that. But there's some great shops here, and there you go. We've got a dinosaur. How awesome, eh? Yes. Aren't they cuddly? We had them as pets. Yeah, because I mean you could just if you believe in dinosaurs, you just believe whatever it is that I say next. Yeah, we had them as pets, and they fetched the newspaper for us when that was printed back in caveman days. And yeah, believe whatever I say, because dinosaurs are a figment of your imagination. You know, you can understand, you know, as a kid how we'd buy into it. You know, what a great toy. But when you kind of use a little bit of critical thinking and ask about the bones in these museums, have they ever actually found a full dinosaur skeleton? You know, so like they might find a bit of thigh bone, reconstruct the rest. And so the rest turned to oil, but the thigh bone didn't. That was okay, but the rest, it's nonsense, guys. There's such a thing as dinosaurs. So, and I know YouTube. I forget what are they called? These people in YouTube that go around trying to find out about disinformation. Well, show me the proof. Show me the proof. Yeah. So, very interesting about the Freemasons. Again, take all that with a pinch of salt. Do your own research. Hopefully, dropped a few seeds for us all to, a few breadcrumbs for us to follow. And we can do our own research and come up with our own conclusions. But I put that here because I know how important it is, but I certainly don't know enough myself. But here's a guy on the street, local, who's been 20 years researching the topic here in Norwich.
Even if the bottom of the sea isn't flat.
No, this busy's this location. It's kind of weird. It is busy. Plenty of people here, but not really slowing down and looking. They seem to walking right past. It might be just too hot, and it's one of them days, too hot, and they just want to keep moving. Could do with more chairs and things around here. Yeah, I think he was an interesting guy. It just gives us another aspect of, it's not all flat Earth, it's not all agenda 2021 and 2030, and there's so many different parts of what's happening around our world, so many lies. And Freemasonry, we've seen these astronauts go into space, they've got their Masonic rings on their fingers and that, and it's all connected. It's you know, Freemasonry is connected to flat Earth and space. Got someone taking photographs. Oh, I must keep out the sun, with fear of my phone shutting down again. A guy there, he's stopped to take lots of photographs. Yeah, have you got it all?
Can I give you a flyer, bro?
Oh, he took his photographs, but he doesn't want to converse. I know, he stopped. Well done. Yeah, a bit hard to get on the conversation, but I'm desperate for my water. Come on, Sven. Got to find ice cold water from somewhere, otherwise I'm going to have to go to that pub and go back to drinking beer. Nice cold glass of cider would just be lovely. So I don't know if you know, I'd stopped drinking alcohol, and I'm just looking at that pub and thinking I could do with a glass of cider right now. Eyes closed. Yes. Oh, look at that, he found one. Lovely one. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's okay, it'll be fine. Thank you very much.
better weather.
Well, you could just tone it down a little bit. Just
Never happy, are we?
no,
Never
no,
happy.
no, no, we're not. We're not.
We can't ever be happy.
No.
Can't be happy.
Oh, I was here. I don't know if you know. I was here in March in Norwich.
Okay.
I was doing a UK tour of nothing to do with Flat Earth or Truth or anything like that. I'd started doing Just Eat, Uber Eats, and Deliveroo.
Okay.
And I did 31 days, 31 locations, Airbnb in every location, right around the whole country. And I did 8 hours work in every location.
Oh.
So basically, my job paid for me to go to all 8 rounds, and I came to Norwich, and in March, you must have had some sort of Indian summer or something, because it was a beautiful, gorgeous day, and I was driving around like a big Cheshire cat, and I was just loving every part of Norwich, driving around. It was just fantastic. So yeah, and I did quite well in
I felt the
Norwich.
same about Norwich.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a motorbike thing, yes, but it's nice to come back in Norwich. But you said, I mean, like this guy here talking about all the Freemasons and that, you know, he seems to be really clued up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the ball for years.
So there's a lot going on here, I take it,
yeah.
Norwich.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you've got first-hand experience about it.
You could say that, yeah.
Just a little bit.
How's lovely Carol?
Carol's fantastic.
Yeah, good.
Yes. Yeah, she's. I did the 31 days when I did my tour going around UK, and she struggled with that and wanted me home, feeling a little bit lonely and miserable and that, and wanted me back. So when I did my tour of Ireland, that was 2 weeks. She, you know, like it was still, you know, another trek and that, and I'd done the 2 weeks and kind of wanted me home still, and thought, you know, like she missed me and that, and that's nice. So I've started on this tour. I'm now into 1 week done, and I phoned her up yesterday and I said, I'd like, we've only got about another 5 or 6 days left and all that. She goes, no, I'm loving it. She goes, I love this bed by myself, this big double bed. No, you carry on with the tour, just, you know. So totally changed now. Don't rush home. But no, she's, because you know all of this lot. You know, Carol had nothing. She couldn't buy into. She wasn't interested in Flat Earth, wasn't interested in World Economic Forum, anything like that. But she got COVID. She understood. She got it because she was out on the tour for the first week with you guys and that. And wow, you know, like, I seen such a transformation. Yeah.
I'll have to come down and see you guys at some point once I get all
Yes.
this stuff sorted out.
Yes.
Okay, this is probably the first time I've been out showing my face, really.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
smart about things.
you're always welcome to come to our place. Just give us a shout when you're coming down. Yeah. No, thoroughly enjoy it. It's been a fantastic tour. Looking forward to Nottingham tomorrow because we got Adam Meakin and he's coming out, and it's normally Nottingham's just fantastic. It's a good place, Nottingham. You know, I don't know. I think here it's about as good a location as anywhere along here, but some people have just started stopping, but it's hard to get people to stop and look. You know, but we won't be here next year. We don't know what we're doing next year, all of us. We don't know if we're allowed to, if we'll be locked up, if we're allowed out to play or what. We don't know what's going on. But I don't know. I'm of the two minds. Do I go out protesting next year if we are locked up, or, you know, like, look, guys, it's no secret now. If you don't know what's going on by now, these good people, they'll never know.
Yeah, people need to be enlightened how to stand in their power, I think, you know, and with the connection to what is everything, because we've just been put into this corporation mode of...
Yeah. You okay on camera? Yeah, you are. You was? No, I'll keep away. We'll just listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, with everything that's been going on with me, it got very, very dark, but I've been invoking my angels and you know, doing my return to senders, and it seems to be lifting.
Right.
And it's just believing in your own power, really.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how much negative and let's say hexes and black magic, because that's what's been sent towards me.
Okay.
Because I'm standing in my truth.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out what the hell was going on, but as time's gone on, I've learned how to embrace my angels, and I know I'm protected, especially my dad passing over. He's going to be by my side through all of this.
Yeah.
And we will get justice. It will be karmic justice for everybody.
Yeah. How's your family, your other side of the family, because they were struggling with what it is that you guys were alluding to? So
Yeah.
have they come around or?
Jason, my dad died on a ventilator.
Yes.
You know, he had a heart attack and a seizure.
Yeah.
I brought him back to life.
Yeah.
Called the ambulance. He wasn't investigated for the heart attack. He wasn't investigated for the seizure.
No.
All they were interested in was giving him a PCR test.
Yeah.
And they sent him home 2 hours later to take paracetamol. No investigation of the heart attack. Or
Awful.
anything.
Yes,
Nothing.
I remember.
So 3 days I was looking after him. He was on antibiotics. I was in contact with the GP. And then for some unknown reason, I suppose whoever it was called the ambulance thought that my dad was in danger, or I was putting him in danger.
Yeah.
But for him to then go into hospital to be treated for COVID,
Yeah.
when it was irrelevant anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He already had heart problems. He had a
Yeah.
heart bypass.
Yeah.
Previous to this, and even when he had the heart bypass, we were told then that he probably wouldn't survive the ventilator.
Yes.
You know. So.
Yeah.
It's
So you're very bitter about it.
I wouldn't say bitter. I mean, I was because
Yeah.
I knew that he was getting better in my care.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, that was the same with my mum when she was passing. I had all these treatments ready for her, and I tried to give them to her. But it was my mum herself. She just couldn't. It was too much for her. She couldn't buy into any of it. What I was trying to do for her, and that was I was heartbroken over it.
because my dad had already given the hospital me permission to speak on his behalf.
Yeah.
So I'd been asking for what medication they were giving him and what
Yeah.
was going on, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
And they prevented me speaking to him. The last time I spoke to him, he said, Keely, they keep going about the track and trace. So in my mind, they've got my dad in hospital,
Yeah.
and he's supposed to be dying.
Did he have his marbles with him
Of
and
course
that?
he
He
did,
was
yeah. He was just on the breathing
Yeah,
apparatus.
yeah.
And he's saying they keep going on about the track and trace, Keely.
Yeah.
So what has that got to do with him being in a,
Yeah.
you know, in that kind of
Yeah.
state?
because it's more statistics.
Well,
Yeah.
it seems like they were trying to hunt me down.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, they took him since he got admitted the second time on the
Yeah.
7th of August. He didn't die till the 20th.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And your mum, no, she's gotten on to all of this. Your mum and that, was it? Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, we believe certain people are awake and see through the truth, but obviously when it's a shock to the system like that, and it just
Yeah.
people
Well,
get confused, don't they? And they
well, number one is just to make arrangements and do all of that side, wasn't it?
he's out of bodily pain. He's you know, and he's there protecting us all. So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
going to be my catapult to get justice.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I can, if there's one thing that I will believe in, because I don't like doing beliefs and all that, and but I'd like to think that my mum's by my side. You know, that's a little bit of comfort for myself.
Yeah.
I do believe that. I couldn't possibly think that she would be anywhere else except beside me.
And I think that's the lost bit of
Yeah.
knowledge, the language that we always had throughout our ancestors. When our ancestors died, we still have a connection with them.
Yeah.
It's the one and all source. Of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But we've lost that. Because
Yeah.
everyone's too interested in Netflix, BBC News,
Yeah.
and what their propaganda they're putting on us.
Yeah.
You know, they all just think it's hocus pocus, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
No.
We can invoke our angels and our ancestors to help us at any point.
Yeah.
And they can only help us if we ask.
Yeah.
We have to do it. We have
Yeah.
to ask them for them to, be able to intervene, basically.
Yeah.
And where people don't believe that, they never
Well, I've always struggled with that side of things. You know, like it's. I kind of like. I felt as though I came out of one belief system, indoctrination, and all the rubbish, education, all that, and then but to go into another belief system. But I believe that's faith. It's something spiritual. It's a connection that you have. There's something more about that to be said.
well,
Yeah.
it served me right. It served me.
Yeah, well, it's not. You're in good company. I think you're people like Andrea and Dave, and they speak as you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not just yourself.
But it's all an illusion, and because people are not aware of this energy,
Yeah.
and what we can take control of,
Yeah.
and use for the higher good of the universe.
Yeah.
This is why they've been able to overrun with the darkness.
Yes. Yeah.
The light has been so dim.
Yeah. I do get the fact that like our journey here, it's not all about the science of flat Earth and things like that. The journey is so much more, about our spiritually, our health, and our well-being. There's so much more. It's not just Earth curvature. There's so much more that we should be looking into.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's Yeah, so when I got in contact, you thought I might have the bus and that, and we might all
I
jump
thought you'd
in.
be on the bus.
Oh, wouldn't that be
I'll
fantastic?
pack a bag.
I know. She said, "Me bag's ready. I'm on my way. Just walking out the door." But no, that would have been a treat. No.
Did you get the bus working again?
Yes.
Because I remember the COVID.
We had a
trip,
few
we got
problems.
back to London, didn't we?
Oh, wasn't that great though? We did we did all of these miles, right? Like it was meant to be 39 countries. What was it? I don't know, 19,000 miles or so, and it broke down on the last sort of like 200. Oh, well, last half a mile from its destination.
Wasn't it?
But no. What me and Carol kind of like. We managed to get a tow home by getting in the van. We managed to get it into gear, even though the clutch wasn't working. Get it into gear, and we managed to get it onto the motorway for us then to be properly towed away. But no.
Yeah, it was memorable.
Good old days.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Oh no, sorry. I'm talking about the COVID tour, aren't I?
COVID
I just mixed the Global Euro tour with the COVID tour. It all becomes a blur. Yes, of course.
I believe it was the 25th of September 2020
When we started or finished?
when we finished.
We finished.
When we got to London and
Gotcha.
the van broke down.
Yes. And we had such a good ending at Trafalgar Square with.
Oh, we did.
It was an amazing day.
We did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh right. I can't believe that. It just all become a blur then of all the stuff that we've done.
They do roll into each other, don't they?
Yes. But I still had a big chunk of a loan to pay off with the van, so in the end I decided to sell it up, pay the rest of my loans off with it, and just so that I could have a clean slate and let's get out of the system a little bit. Didn't want too much of a hold, so all that got, well, I mean, basically debt-wise, it's mad. Got out of the system with all that debt, and then I started this delivery and all that, and I put myself back in debt with another car. Absolutely crazy. Now I've got to work on that to get myself back out of debt. Yes.
But for those who do want to know, I'm still waiting for the outcome of the judicial review.
You are kidding? That's still going on?
Yeah, still going on.
Oh, stop it.
It went in last October with all the skullduggeries.
Because, I mean, with all the crap that bloody Starmer and all that's just got away with, and Boris and all that, and they're still bloody going on with that.
Well, the Metropolitan Police were told that all the COVID charges were unlawful and against HR.
Right.
Human rights.
Yes.
But yet Norfolk Constabulary still carried on persevering with these bogus charges.
Yes.
Just to take me out of the game, really.
Right, got you.
But I'm still here.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I forgot your friend's name. Is it? Oh God, he used to go to the courts with you and that. Was he with us in Speaker's Corner? I can't think of his name.
Calvin.
Is it Calvin? Oh right, okay. But I think he was in Speaker's Corner. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Yes, but I didn't really.
No, there's people that you shouldn't have around you when you're trying to do things properly. We need to stand in honour, and people just bring down the fucking vibe. That's all I've got to say about that.
No, I didn't realise who it was until we were just finishing wrapping up, and it dawned me. I thought I know you, but I can't place you. Because I suppose because he was just in shorts and nothing else, so I suppose I didn't really twig. But he was down there supporting Flat Earth and that, and talking to people, and all right. So
see, the ongoing thing that's happened is, a certain person thinks he's Charlie Big Potatoes and kicks off the security guards in the court. when all my stuff would have been over and done with by now. And that charge there, I never even touched the security guards. He was fighting the security guards.
And
so,
you got wrapped.
And I got wrapped up in it. And that was the reason why I couldn't go to my dad's funeral. Everybody that's listening, when you're doing your shit, keep yourself to yourself. Don't let any of these actors and shills come in and take over.
Right. Gotcha. Oh, that's horrible.
No, not close. Yeah. It's not, but people have got their motives, and they're not always pure of heart.
Yeah. I need to get a bottle of water to Lisa. How's she doing there? Yeah. I need to get a bottle of water to her and try and. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys, you might be losing the stream a little bit. Let me sort myself out. Excuse me here, Keely. My phone is. My other phone's overheating. Huh. Oops. Bear with us. I'm going to try and see if I can sort that out as well. Yeah, it should be okay. Yeah, my other phone is absolutely burning hot. Burning hot. Let me just speak to Sven and see if Sven's got another bottle of water. Sorry, did you get any more water? Can I grab one to take to Lisa?
Is that cold enough?
It should be.
Should be all right. I'll bring another. Where
No.
is she?
Yeah, she's just up there. Right, hopefully this. Or we can get the shade. The sun's going to cook my phone. So let's go and take this bottle of water to Lisa because she must be really thirsty by now. So I'm trying to keep in the shade. Right. Yeah, it's so hot here, so I want to make sure that she's not heating up. We'll see how good I should getting on with her. Oh, have we done the eyes yet? Are we still on the eyes? Oh wow. Here's some water, please.
Thank you.
Okay, got that?
Yeah.
Yes, I was too busy having a conversation and I just remembered. Oh, I like the red. Very good. Yes, come up. And there you go, people. I taught Lisa well. Everything that she knows, it all comes from me. And if she makes a mistake, that comes from her. Oh, awesome. That's beautiful. And how far, because for me, it looks like you've nearly finished. So what would you say?
I've got to put more details around the eyes.
Yeah. So half hour?
How long are you here for?
No, we're here. We're okay.
Okay, well,
All right.
I'll do it for as long as I possibly can.
All right. Okay. All right. See you in a minute then. Okay. If there's anything else you need? You okay? All right. All right. So she's got her water. That's coming on, isn't it? I wonder if I forgot. Lisa, don't forget NASA lies. Right? Okay. No. Can't do a fabulous draw like that without at least having a message of some sort. Right. I hope the stream's okay, guys. If you give us a thumbs up and okay. It should be okay, but my other phone, I'm actually piggybacking off my other phone because it's got better bandwidth. And dear me, is it hot? Let's even get in the shade. Some people here. Some people have come. That is the Earth curve calculator. It says for every mile there should be an 8-inch per square drop, and yet we can see land 126 miles away with infrared cameras that you're not meant to see. Loads of evidence on YouTube. Sorry?
Calculated in Excel.
The Excel?
Excel formula.
Of the formula. Well, myself, the only experiment I've done is over 17 and a half miles, and yet I can see people walking on the beach across the bay of Tor Bay. And 17 and a half miles, they should be under like 40, 50 feet of water. Should be able to see them at all. And you stood on Calais on the and you look at the White Cliffs of Dover, you're meant to see 50 feet of the highest peak. But you can try this yourselves next time you're over there. Stand on the beach of the White Cliffs of Dover, of Calais, and if you can see the White Cliffs of Dover, then check out your maths calculation, because you are not meant to see it. Okay, and we've never thought about this as kids. Never ever challenged ourselves or done our own experiments. Well, it's like prove gravity. No one in the history of mankind has ever proved the existence of gravity. It's just a theory, an agreed story, the best evidence that we have. That doesn't mean to say it's fact. It's an agreed story. And this day and age, with all the technology we've got now, we should have been able to prove it by now. And it should be a law, shouldn't it? Not a theory, a law. It's not a law. It's Sir Isaac Newton, two masses, I mean, it was Henry Cavendish that actually tried to prove it with two masses, except that you can't repeat that. Science is meant to be repeatable, but you can't repeat it. And then we've moved over to Einstein with the bending of time and space, special relativity. All right, guys. Doesn't really matter if you tell them about. Oh, sorry. It's Oh, can I nick your grapes? I'm nicking your grape. Is that okay? Yeah. And you want one? Here, look, they look a lot better than the ones that we had the other day.
Yeah, they're just coming out of their cold.
Oh yeah. That's nice. So them grapes are probably from this market, but the grapes I bought from the supermarket the other day, they were absolutely bland and tasteless. Okay. Any questions? Just curious. Oh, good. It's a lot of it's about flat Earth and science, but it kind of stems from these people here. In a world of lies and spin, what can we? Do governments tell us the truth? And I think we're starting to come to the conclusion that no, they don't tell us all the truth. And how long did it? Have they just started this year? Last year started lying to us, or how long's it been going on? When we start.
I guess another.
That's all right.
It's just an interesting conversation, isn't it? I mean, I guess another way of thinking about it is that science is just another story. It's a way to help us make sense of the world. It's not kind of absolute.
Yes.
I mean, I think where we've kind of gone off track, amongst many others, is in. I mean, it's almost like science become a religion.
Wow, you just said the magic word. It is.
It's like a sort of fundamentalist religion at that.
Yes, because for someone who wants a paycheck, he can't challenge people above them because he wants a paycheck. He needs to feed his family in that.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's all rubbish.
No.
I mean, all religions hold some part of the truth.
Yes, and even science will. Yes.
And even science.
Yes, I get that.
I think the problem is when it sets itself up to have all the answers and the absolute truth. And and the best science, of course, the best science at its purest is about coming up with theories and then disproving them.
Right.
Coming up with a better theory.
But,
it's an ongoing.
But not start teaching these theories as facts. Say I don't know. We're allowed to discuss these, like these theories and that's fine. Discuss them. But you ask most kids at school now about these theories and all that, and they're facts to them. They are the truth. And that it shouldn't be that way, because then I think you've made it you've closed it off the conversation. If these theories are facts, there's no point researching them more. It's the truth. No.
I mean, there's something in here. I mean, I'm not sure that I go along with the Earthian front. I don't know.
It's a big subject.
But there is something in here that's really important, I think, because
yes.
If we keep doing what we've always done, we'll get what we've always got. And according to the scientists,
we're
fucked.
That's it.
Global warning, climate change, and if that's all there is,
Yeah.
then we might as well just give up.
Yeah.
So,
Just go back to paying the bills and wait for your carpenter to come.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's really important that we find
Yeah.
the cracks in the stories.
Yeah.
And how can we create a better story?
It's this on the street. It's asking questions. Let's start using our ability to critically think for ourselves, ask questions, many questions, and hopefully, can we get some answers? The problem is, you start asking any scientific organisation that about some answers and that, and they're closed shop. They're a closed shop. You can't. I mean, some people ask me and they say, "Well, have you asked any scientists this question or that question?" Okay, who can I ask? Where do I ask? And will they respond to me if I write them an email or whatever? I don't think so.
I guess the thing is, you're so far outside the orthodoxy, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
And there might be others who are able to sort of get that questioning going because they're not quite so far out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a Franciscan priest who's working really hard, and he says the most radical place to be is on the edge, on the inside.
Right.
So you're in the mainstream, but you're right on the edge,
Right on the edge.
pushing the boundaries.
Yes. Yeah, where you can challenge what's going on. Yes. Yeah.
And which isn't to say that we also need maybe people who are completely outside, but there's a limit to how much dialogue you can have if you take yourself completely out.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, I see that. I do. If there's anything else, as like if I could point you to start looking into flat Earth, it's a great subject. It's a huge subject. Maybe I would suggest 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spilling Ball by Eric DeBay. That's on YouTube, and
I'm less interested in whether or not
the Earth is what.
I'm more interested.
Well, I'm interested in the lies. I just think that I've been taught this. I've taught to believe, to use the word believe, just like I believe in Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, and all of that. I've taught to believe in the Earth as a globe. I've been presented photographs from space. Found out that they weren't photographs; they were composite images from NASA. It says so on the website and that. So you can check that out. So we've never actually seen a photograph of Earth. That guy there, Robert Sims. He actually, he's on record, works for NASA. He's on record. He says that they just layer all the clouds and all that because that we can't get a clear image, a photograph. All we've got is data, and we splice all that data together and create a photograph. And he says it's artistry.
What about the guy who went to the moon and sort of took this picture?
Yeah, so there's one famous one which I like particular because it says a lot. They call it Earthrise, and it's a photograph of an asteroid. You can see the horizon in the distance, but you see Earth in the distance again. Earth is about the same size as what the moon would be, but that doesn't make sense because Earth would be so much bigger. So Earth should kind of fill the whole sky, it should be the opposite way around. But not that. They've been here. So,
Did you get these drinks?
I did.
I went and bought one, but you'd already gone.
Yeah, no, I did. I got her one. Yes. Oh, it's a nice, pleasant conversation with her. I guess I talked too much and didn't give her a chance, but she did say a few things. No, just a lady here. I like having. Obviously, she believes we live on a globe and that, but I like having conversations where they are respectful enough to at least listen, and that's great. Because there's a lot of people. You've been there, done that. There's a lot of people that won't give you the time of day.
Well, they steal the microphone, remember?
Steal the microphone. Yes. So Keely has experienced trolls on the tour. They're all about. So look at this, guys. A few conversations going. Right, let me just get here. I'm trying to keep in the shade all the time. Oh, it's so hot. Looks like a great conversation. Right. And Harry's got stuck into talking about Freemasons, which is really good. Very interesting guy, this guy. Lived in Norwich. Been studying Norwich Freemasonry for over 20 years. So very knowledgeable. But do your own research, guys. I'd like to be a fly on the wall and put a microphone on each of them. I think if I stand in the middle of them, you'll just hear a mumble of conversations. Look at all the other people passing by as well. You can see the look on their faces. There's a couple over there. Go on, Harry. Go and get them. Come on, Harry. Looking. So Sven's pointing to all the bricks over there. There's a big building full of old bricks and the age of it and how do all them bricks get there and, you know, be built. And so Flatlanders, I don't know if you know about that. Shelley Lewis, she's been doing a series called Flatlanders. So they're on episode 2 at the moment. So I think they call it series 2, or it's a bit weird. Flatlander series and number 2. I watched that last night. You had a little bit of Jay Tolan. You had some military personnel, experts on radar, and it's is it 84 pence on Vimeo to rent for the night. Fantastic, thoroughly, so well done. It kind of looks a little bit like National Geographic, like with little yellow boxes on, lots of the labels and that. It's so well done, absolutely fantastic. So well done, Shelley. I can't wait for episode number 3. Type in Shelley Lewis in Facebook or in type in Flatlanders in Vimeo. I'm not sure if it's vimeo.com, but what an amazing episode 2 it was fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Me and Sven watched it last night, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. You got like Jay Tolan there showing some land there, some mountains in the background, 126 miles away. It's undeniable infrared camera work. Earth is flat, guys. It is flat. I don't care what anyone says. When I see this overwhelming amount of evidence, and I've seen it for myself, only like 17.5 miles or so, but I've seen it for myself. I've actually stood on the opposite of I can't think where we were. Was it Hastings or somewhere? And we were looking at France, the opposite. I'm not sure. It might not have been Hastings. It might have been Hastings. I'm not sure. Can't quite remember, but I was there. I'd like to. I don't have. I had a friend over with a P900 when I did Brixton, but I need. I'd like to get my hands on my own. Maybe P1000 now, isn't it? By the time I get round to it, it'll be a P2000. Bring it on. Let's have that converted to infrared immediately. Yeah, you bring out a P2000 and then we'll show them. Yeah, this evidence is undeniable. You can't keep shouting refraction. when you see these this land, you know, over long distances, it's just nonsense. We're not buying it, you know. Believe me, it's refraction. No, not every time. 20 miles away, oh, it's refraction, just brings it up to eye level. Oh, 50 miles away, oh, it's refraction, it's brought it up to eye level. Oh, 126 miles away, oh, it's just refraction, it's brought it all up to eye level. It is utter nonsense. They keep shouting this rubbish. Right. Let's see what, I'm not sure what time we are. Let me just see if we've got any battery. For some reason, I'm charging again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a different cable or something because I'm not charged. Let me see if there's anything in here. You have another. Right, okay, let's get that one out. Okay, I'm just going to pull that one out. Sorry, I'm just swapping cables and chargers. Okay, excuse me. Right, bear with us. Let me just see if this one works. Oh. Oops. Awesome. Right, that's okay. That's it. I'm being charged. Oh.
Are you going to keep looking into I'll look into the channel, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
He's a cracker.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Good stuff. Really nice. I won't shake your hand.
Oh, well. Huh?
Doesn't mind touching people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I was like that. When I first started seeing people, I didn't like a hug off people. Yeah, didn't like that. I felt as though you just invaded my bubble. Will you get out?
Yeah. I'll get that.
Didn't like that. And yeah, I think the good people of Flat Earth have brought me out of my little shell over that.
And mate, I'm
Yeah.
ready to speak.
Yeah, all right.
I was a little wallflower.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll talk nonsense.
Yeah, maybe sometimes, but I've heard you and you talk fantastic stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
There's peer-reviewed science that looks at
That's great. The sun's moving around the tree and we're getting more and more shade. I need someone to find me a vegan ice cream. It's all about me today. Yeah, it's so hot. I feel are you on your second, third? It just seems like you've been there a long time.
The second one.
Is it? It is a second one,
Yeah,
right?
I had one from there and then we went trying to find Dad some food.
Right.
It's too hot for anyone hot.
It is. Yeah, Sven's going to get me an ice cream, but I'm not sure how far he's got to go to get vegan ice cream. But he said he would.
Yeah, I think the vegan bit, you might have to up my hourly rate for that.
Yeah. Can we get like sorbet? Just yeah, it's not calling it.
Oh right, okay.
Right?
And they're like frozen sort of sorbet things, is it?
Yeah, you can ask her. She's only next to the beach or something.
Yes. All right. Okay. Well, I might have one of them shortly. Yeah. So Dave's in the conversation there. I think Harry's still around. He's still talking Freemasonry. I think is he still around here doing that? No, we've lost Harry. Oh, he's down there. Let's just see what the time is, guys. 2:37. Yeah, so we'll be wrapping up about 4 o'clock today so that we can get to Nottingham. And Harry's hiding behind me. He's trying to get his hat back. He's not having it. He's not having his hat. It's my hat now. It's possession is 9/10 of the law.
Good job I took 2 then, eh? Be like you around.
Yeah, I keep saying I look much better than Harry with this hat. Do you not think? Only if you find a vegan one, but she just said there's some sort of sorbet thing around the corner. Yeah. Yeah. Has to, vegan one, non-dairy.
Yeah, not dairy.
Yeah, you can't poison me.
That's a bold claim.
That's a threat.
Harry, do you want
Oh, we've just lost 2 troopers now. It's really busy. Yeah, I'll deal with the crowd.
You gonna mingle in the crowd?
I'll look after the crowd. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, it's very quiet area really. It's footfall.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully 1 or 2 people will stop. I need to I suppose just keep standing here looking at the banners and hoping that someone will wonder what I'm looking at. Right. Yeah, so I was talking about Flatlanders and to see this footage, 126 miles, but it was fantastic looking at Bob Nodell from Globebusters was talking about radar. That was fantastic. He's talking about this radar, and he used to do, is it millimeter, micrometer radio antennas that they go about 50-mile hops, but sometimes they couldn't get a line of sight on 50-mile hops, so they'd bypass it, like 1, 2, 3, 4 hops, and still get a connection over 200 miles away. And this is and he said it has to be line of sight, and if you look at the Earth calculator, like if we take 200 miles away, we've got a drop in inches, feet, 26,690 feet. Don't forget, the radar kind of picks up these airplanes that are flying well below that, and anyway, this is 5 miles of hump. 5 miles of hump of of land, high. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you know a little bit about radar and these micrometer antennas and that, fantastic. It just kind of proves these long distances Earth is flat. It really is. Every day I'm just, there's something else that confirms everything that I know. Every day that something comes out. I wish that a lot of these flat earth deniers, globe believers, I wish they'd just be honest with themselves. Not us. It's not a score points. It's not winning arguments. Be honest with themselves and research with an open mind. That's what it's all about. Just be honest with yourself. That's what I did. I threw all my beliefs out the window and researched with an open mind. How much I struggled with that. 6 months later, I still believed me ball and still believed in me spinning ball. And once I read that, that's when I let go of my spinning ball. I realised what I was doing to myself. Yeah, just be honest with yourself. As they say, open your mind, there is truth inside. Right. Everyone's trying to find ice creams and lollies and drinks to try and cool down. It is hot here. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple more people here. See if I can get there without Harry showing up. Yeah. That thermosphere. Things can't exist in the thermosphere when the melting points, aluminium and titanium, they melt at them points. You can go on science.com, them numbers are correct. Yeah. Awesome. That is a...
All vegan. The cone is vegan, your mango is vegan, everything's vegan.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Sven. Sven, thank you. I didn't hear. I didn't say thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. That's right.
Right.
Good.
Did you lick it?
I did.
Is it nice?
I don't know what else I did with it.
Well, as long as you give it to me and it's whole. Does that look lovely? All right. Oh dear. Now we've got people. We've got an ice cream. Yeah. Have you guys come across this before? Have you come across any of this before? Well, flat Earth is all down here, but we've got things like, there's so many different topics there. You know, from dinosaurs being fake in all the museums. You can actually question the people that show you around. Is that a real dinosaur that you're looking at? And they'll say it's kind of like chicken bones and animal bones and plaster of Paris, and they put them all together. We've never found a whole dinosaur. They kind of find a bone and say, oh, we'll make up the rest of it, and the real bone's downstairs locked away. Sorry, this is going to melt very quick. But there's so much more into it. I see Agenda 2021, 2030. You probably heard of Klaus Schwab on the World Economic Forum. You'll own nothing and be happy. You know, like they're crashing digital currency right now as we speak. You probably already know that. They're going to crash our fiat currency, what we're using, and soon that will all have digital currency, but it will be centralized. And just a bit like social credit scoring in China, they will switch you on and switch you off if you're a good boy or if you're a bad boy. All right. All right. So I'm trying to eat this, talk to people, and just watch it all melt. Oh, I might just be asking. Oh, I'm going to get brain freeze in a minute, but when I get to the bottom, I might just ask him for another. It's gorgeous. All right. So Harry's he's got a conversation going. How awesome. Don't forget John Smith Globe Live. Make sure you subscribe. And eventually, once he's uploaded that conversation, there'll be I believe he uploaded some last night, so check it out. There'll be a link on this channel that'll take you straight to Odyssey and Rumble. Oh, it's going down pretty quick. Oh, yes, that is absolutely phenomenal. Oh dear, it's so hot here. Yeah. Take some pictures.
It's about what? flat Earth.
This part here is all about flat Earth, but this part here is about all the lies and media spin, what we're being thrown at us today, you know, like with, oh God, from World Economic Forum agenda, 9/11, pharmaceutical companies, God, you name it, there's so much governmental lies and media spinning. You know, how do we discern the truth anymore?
Cannot trust. How can I say it? You cannot believe what are they saying.
No, and we must question everything now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we bring flat Earth into it because if they're telling us lies now, have they just started in the last couple of years, or has history been telling us lies?
So you mean the moon
How far
landing?
does it go back? The moon landing and there's so, I mean, like there's an abundance of evidence that supports that the moon landing never happened.
Really?
There's an abundance. Little things like, see that one? That's the blast. There's no blast crater. We had moon buggies spinning around, you know, like, and kicking up dust all over. But if you look, there's no blast crater, and there's other photographs you got that zoomed in on the lander's feet, and there's not even a speck of dust, dead shiny, and it's like, oh, they got out and give it a good once over and cleaned it all up for dust and things, and there's waving flags, there's stones in the wrong place, and you know, like with little crosshairs over them. There's even I forget which moon landing it was, but he's banging in the flag with a hammer. And you can hear the noise, and they say at Mission Control, they say, oh yeah, we can hear that. How can we hear that? Because like sound's not meant to travel in the vacuum of space. Oh. And he says, oh, it's coming through my suit, and you can hear it through the microphone. And you think, oh, okay, that's fair enough. But then he picks up this cable, and he throws it, and it hits the lem there, you know, like it hits it, and he goes, doing, and we heard it. And it's like, how did we hear that? Because you were nowhere near it, so sound can't travel, but we've just heard that. You know, like...
Maybe it's a green screen.
It's in a studio somewhere, you know, like without a doubt. The moon landing's never happened in that. So much evidence to support it. This is the Big Bang Theory just underneath, you know, the guy who invented it. It's the Big Bang Theory. It's just an agreed story. It's a story agreed by others, but...
But tell me, I'm very interested
Go on.
in the flat Earth theory.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an edge?
That's propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... When you want to get information about flat Earth, when you ask flat earthers and don't ask them with questions with media and propaganda, because I grew up knowing that flat earthers think there's an edge, but I've never come across a flat earther who's ever said that there's an edge. Never done that. So what we do is we say there's things that we don't know, and we must be comfortable with saying that we don't know rather than give you a BS answer. You know, so be comfortable with the things that I can tell you and say, yes, I know this, I can give you an answer. But, you know, like there's stuff that we're just not going to be in a position to tell you other than tell you beliefs. And at the moment, school and repeat after me to pass an exam, it's all part of a belief system. You know, because how many experiments that you did to figure out that you live on a globe?
Yeah.
You know, like, but if you challenge that and write anything down, then you're going to fail your exam. You know, so we have to repeat after me, and it's kind of part of the belief system.
But to be fair, if the people challenge the global theory, let's challenge the flat theory.
Yeah,
also.
yeah, without a doubt.
Let's for example, did anyone like
challenge it on claims?
It like a
but on claims that flat earthers say. But I don't know if you know what a straw man is.
No, I mean, if like, let's say if someone just goes in a straight line for a period of time until the end and see what happened. Is he coming back from the beginning, or is he going in a circle?
You've got people like there's a book that you can read. It's to do with an expedition by I believe it was Captain Cook. So he wrote in his logs and all that sailing. He was trying to go down to Antarctica, and he sailed right the way around Antarctica. It was meant to be. It would be like it's meant to be about 12,000 miles or something, I guess.
All right.
But because Antarctica isn't at the bottom and just be a little bit going around, he ended up doing over 50,000 miles, which suggested he was on the inner part of a ice wall, and I mean, it still works like shorelines. You know, like there isn't an edge. You know, we know how water's got to be contained.
What is it?
So I mean, like Antarctica, the supposed South Pole and all that, it's everywhere. It surrounds the entirety of Earth, as we know it on a flat plane.
Did anyone reach it?
Yeah, as I say, lots of people have gone down there and they've gone round and measured this, and it's a lot bigger than the supposed 12,000 miles. It's like over 50,000 miles.
Okay.
We've had so many explorers go from east to west, west to east. So many people have circumnavigated and gone round, but no one's ever done north to south, ever in the history of mankind. It's never ever been done. You can't point to any person that's ever done this. I don't know, have I got paint on my hat? Have I got ice cream on my hat? But we've got, we just had a recent explorer who went down to the South Pole and had to turn back because of bad weather. But the way that they did it's like he goes across, to the South Pole, and then to dog leg right, and then walks a little bit further, and then it's been written down in like record books and all that he did cross over the South Pole and to the other side, but he didn't. He went to the South Pole. It's all been like mapped, and went to the South Pole and then just turned right. So didn't go. Well, they said it was something to do with bad weather and stuff. But like, why are they doing that?
Did anyone?
No one's crossed.
Beyond
we've got, as I say, we've got flights in Santiago to, let's say, Sydney, and that flight goes all the way up to, like Germany or Saudi Arabia, and then comes back down. It never crosses over, so we've had recently, I think it was Max Egan, and he managed to get, he's what we would consider maybe a truther scientist, truther and all that. He believes in a globe, he's not a flat earther and that. But he said it's got discrepancies. He took a compass on the plane with them. It was meant to be a direct flight across, and he took it, and he said that on the plane systems it was saying that we're going one way, but on his compass and that, and his GPS and all that, saying it was getting a totally different reading. He says that they're actually fooling all the passengers that we're going somewhere else, and we're not. We're going here, and so they're messing with people.
So they are using the cameras.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
We've sent levels and things on planes, and and worked out that these planes, that when they go up ascend and then fly level, levels and bubbles on phones and all that, they're staying level. They're not dipping. They're not, if we live on a ball, the aeroplane should be dipping its nose every so often to compensate with the earth. It's a ball, or it's just flying off in space, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they don't do that. There's a series that came out yesterday called Flatlanders. If you go into Vimeo, they've got episode 1, episode 2. It's 84 pence, so I'm afraid it'll cost you if you want to see it, but I'm sure it won't break your bank. Yeah. It's 84 pence, and they were showing you, these military personnel saying that their gyroscopes, when they fire them up and all that, and they're rigid in space. And these aeroplanes have to, after so many miles, depending on how fast they're going, they have to keep changing the angle and dipping and dipping and dipping because they're on a ball. But they don't. There's not one plane ever does this. So planes from here in London or so, they'll go from London all the way to Australia, and they'll never dip their nose. And nor with the autopilots or anything like that, and gyroscopes say that, well, an aeroplane, it must dip its nose, you live on a ball. But they don't. So here on the streets, we're just saying, start asking questions. We're only here to kind of provoke the media. Yeah, well, see, we've been indoctrinated at school to believe in Santa Claus, tooth fairies, and the globe. So we're just saying, start asking questions. Sorry.
I'm a mathematician.
Oh, that's great.
So, you're being lied to, you think that the objective argument, okay? Yeah? Mm-hmm. So why don't you do ones? Here's the truth. That's an objective argument.
Sorry, do which ones?
The one says, this is the truth. So, this could be a lie, this could be the truth. Mm-hmm. That's a balanced argument. That's bias.
Well, we've had the other side of the argument in school, haven't we? Yeah, well, we've had that in schools and colleges. This is the other side of the argument.
I didn't get what he said. What did
Well,
he say?
he said that for me to have a unbiased argument,
Yeah.
let me, if this is lies and all that, we're exposing lies, let's have more banners saying the truth. But we've got media, we've got schools, colleges, scientists and all that. That is the other side of the argument. This is the balanced side. So he's not getting it. You know, we're trying to provoke people to ask questions, and we've got land on that flat land. There's Jay Tolan. He shows land that he's got. He's had his camera converted to infrared. So the optics of that pushes through the atmosphere, so we can see further. You know, because right now all of these trees, vibrant green, but over like 10 miles, if you looked at the trees and all that, they're not vibrant green. They're like grey. It's like this haze. It's like having a pane of glass, and then a pane of glass, and then a pane of glass, and a pane of glass.
Maybe it's a curve.
Well, but anyway, you see all this like grey out. But he's got footage, and you can see, you know, on his channel, you can see on YouTube, Jay Tolan. He's got footage of land that you can see 126 miles away. You know, and if you look at like 126 miles here, on here, 100 miles, you know, like, and it should be 1.2 miles high, hidden under the curvature. And so these mountains, maybe you could see the top peak or something, but you can't. You can see all of it. You look at this footage and it'll blow your mind. You see all these mountains in its entirety and think, why am I seeing that? We shouldn't be seeing all of this land. I've done my own
So what is the evidence for it?
well,
Is there any
land, that's your biggest evidence. Well, number one, water. If water is 71% of Earth is water, and large bodies of water always finds their level. Okay, so that's evidence all by itself. Okay,
not really.
okay, and then we've got land that we shouldn't be able to see over a particular distance because it should be over the curvature of,
Yeah.
you know, like what they say, like boats go over the horizon, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got evidence that totally blows that out of the water. You know, like if you look, if you just say 10 miles, at 10 miles, that should be in feet, 66 feet. So 66 feet, you know, should be hidden.
So you're saying if you have like a strong camera,
Yes.
you can zoom it.
Yes, you can. Well, you don't necessarily need a strong camera. Where I live in Devon, I go to my, it's a local place, Brixham it is. I stand on the pier, I think it's about, it could be about 6 feet off the water, 7 feet off the water, I'm not sure what it is, next to a lighthouse. But I look across the bay, 17 and a half miles, and I can see people walking on the beach. And you're not meant to see, there's meant to be this body of water that is meant to obscure and hide the beach because we live on a ball, so water is meant to remain level, flat, and so that should be all gone. The same thing happens in Calais. If you're in Calais and I zoom across and I can see, the entirety of the White Cliffs of Dover, you're meant to see about, I think it's about 45 to 50 feet of the highest peak of the White Cliffs of Dover. But you can see it all, it's just all there on display. You can see it all, and you don't need a particular strong camera to zoom in. But you can see it all, and it's all there.
Where is it? Again, where is it?
That's the White Cliffs of Dover, Calais to the White Cliffs of Dover. And mine's Tor Bay, which is from Brixham to Exmouth. You know, like, but there's other things, you know, like, I'll show you one picture. I'll give you a leaflet. I'll give you that one leaflet because, it's an old leaflet. It's a good leaflet, that one. That is, this is the White Cliffs of Dover. So this is in Calais. You know, you can be stood here on the beach and you can see that entirety of the White Cliffs of Dover, and you shouldn't be able to see it. This is from Blackpool Promenade to the Isle of Man. Again, it should be hidden. 2,584 feet should be hidden, but you can see it's there. This is a very famous picture. This is long distance photograph, and you can see 3 miles high high should be hidden, a big body of water, but you can see all the mountains in the distance. And you're not meant to see any of them. So take that with you.
Photoshop or something.
Yeah, it's been on my Photoshop just to put on the leaflet, but it's something that you can do for yourself. You can investigate that for yourself. You know, this is the guy. He's Walter Lewin, and a very famous teacher of physics and that. And he spins up a gyroscope, says rigid in space, gravity has no effect on it whatsoever. And yet, what's it? Oh God, what's it called? Is it not altimeter? The aeroplane level indicator. I forget what it's called. Oh, it just eludes me for a second. But that has. I'm not sure if it's written down on in there. It is. Yeah, it's that thing there. I forget what it's called. Yeah, but it's a gyroscope built inside, and it does not register going round a ball of, let's say, from London. If it's gone from London to Australia, then it's gone upside down. So this should invert upside down, but it doesn't, and it should. And he's a very famous physics lecturer, and he says that gyroscopes are not affected by gravity. Walter Lewin, yeah, you can see him on YouTube, and he spins one up, and we're just asking questions.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
It's a very interesting subject, and what I always say to if you kind of think it's interesting, you know what the word debunk is?
What, no.
No, it means that try and find out the truth to a lot of these answers. This is. Let me show you one more thing before you go. This is. It's called the Flat Earth Debate. Have you got your camera?
Yeah.
Take a picture of Nathan. It's Nathan Oakley's Flat Earth Debate on YouTube, and he's got 9 questions. They call it the housekeeping questions of living on a ball of Earth and that. And if you can answer them, go on his show and explain. Yeah, it's what we call debunking, and it's not for scoring points or anything like that for anybody else. It's about proving it to yourself. Whereabout is, it's important that, if in a world of lies and spin, how far down the rabbit hole does it go?
Well, to be honest, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter that you're aware of.
No.
But once you start researching into it, you'll find reasons.
If it's flat or global.
Yeah, and I've heard this story.
Yeah.
Been doing this for a long time. As you start researching it, you'll change your opinion on that, and you'll start thinking, does it really matter? And you'll start questioning that.
I'm not sure about the flat Earth because.
No, it's a big subject. It's an interesting subject, but I will never convince anybody on the street.
It's interesting to have a conversation about it.
Yes.
But to take it as a truth, and I'm not sure.
Take it. I know. Look, take it 2 hours. Watch 200 proofs. Earth is not a spinnable. 2 hours out of your life.
I think it's a theory.
It's well, for me, for land, I mean, it's maths. It's kind of like if I see land and it's 126 miles away, there has to be a mathematical formula for that drop.
It's like Darwin. That's Darwin.
Yeah, Darwin and evolution and all that.
Yeah, it's a theory. Everything is a theory.
Well, it's a theory until you know, and it becomes fact. And if you see land that you're not meant to see, then it has to be. It's fact.
Yeah, but there is no land, new land.
120. Well, yeah, okay, discovered. Apart from maybe, I forgot his name. The guy who went to Antarctica. Oh, why have I just forgotten his name? Is it Robert E? Something E. Bird. I forgot his name. Could be Robert E. Bird or something. He went down to Antarctica. He says he took 5,000 military personnel, a couple of frigates and all that, like what you see up there. Took them down. Went beyond the South Pole. And he turned around and said he discovered land beyond the South Pole, bigger than America itself. That's what he says in an interview when he come back. And this is an admiral, so he didn't get it wrong and say he went to the South Pole, went beyond, and he discovered Australia. I'm sure he'd know the difference that was Australia. He's an admiral.
Yeah, but if if you think about it, he's a human in the end. So maybe
Well,
he's a
well,
liar.
yeah, okay,
he
could be a liar.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
He could be.
But I think it's open to question. You know, like his statement. There's also the 24-hour sun in the north, right in the north now. The video footage of the 24-hour sun in the video, in the north, is splattered all over YouTube. So many people have watched that 24-hour sun, and there's an amazing abundance amount of footage. But all the people that have been supposedly to the South Pole and gone down to Antarctica, you'll find no footage. And if you do find footage, watch the clouds carefully because they repeat themselves.
Oh, so you believe the Earth doesn't move?
The Earth is stationary.
All right.
I mean, even your senses tell you that. Your senses, you know, if you believe and trust in your senses, then you're not spinning around over just under 1,000 miles an hour. You're not doing that.
So you believe that the sun moves around?
So yes, so all the lights, so the luminaries, they're all a little bit like this here. They're all spinning around over our heads. So the sun and moon are a lot small and local to us. They're not. That moon is not 238,000 miles away. That sun is not 93 million miles away.
So it's far away. I mean.
It's a lot closer. It's a lot closer. Yeah, around about 3,000 miles away or something. You know, it's somewhere there. That's what kind of like triangulation leads to when we invoke real maths. So I always say, never believe a word that I've said here on the street. Go and sort it out yourself. Go and research it yourself.
Yeah,
Debunk it.
If you want to search for something, go for it.
Yeah. I just hope I dropped a seed just to say, you know, like there's something there. You go, oh, I need to question that. You know. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes. That's good. All right then. Cheers. Right. I need more water. I'm dying. It's respectful. That's all I ever hope for. I think we need more water. No. I know he got more water, but I'm not sure what he got. Oh, good. Are we ready to see Lisa? Probably are, because not much going on here for a second. So let's go and see Lisa. And oh, this shadow's getting better and better. So I can walk up all the way here now, and she's got to be done by now, isn't she? I don't like it when she's so far away. It's, you know, she's not part of the group. She should be with us. But she needed to get here early so that she can get a head start. She wanted to finish off. It'd be nice to go back the whole where we've been so far and see if her drawings are still there. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Let's see how she's getting on. Oh, that's mate. He was doing the singing before, making a big noise. That's the only reason why we're not up here today. Awesome. I take it we're finished?
Yeah, it's done.
Guys, that is spectacular, isn't it? Does it? How do you feel actually doing something like that and you've got to walk away and leave it? Does it?
Well, when I used to draw,
Yeah.
I used to not want to give it away.
Yes.
But now I'm doing it on the street. I have to.
You've got to walk away.
It just makes me, actually, it makes me put out more of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I something inside me is thinking I need to dig these pavements up. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Well, it's like, you can have an art piece and someone could buy it and it'll be sitting in their living room, but here, everybody will see it. So.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that the council and all that are respectful.
Yeah.
You know. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I do like that. And colours.
I knew I had to do that at some point.
Colours are spectacular. Yeah. Are you coming down to say hello?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I might have to get something first though.
Yeah, there's lots of water and ice cream and all sorts down there, okay?
Okay, great.
Yeah. Anything I can carry down, or are you okay?
Well, I'm going to take a picture of this anyway.
All right.
So I'll be down in a bit.
No probs. Okay. Oh, that's spectacular, isn't it? And if you don't really know who Lisa is, she's been with us on the Global Euro Tour and some of the, I think the Global Tour as well, the original one. So she's been on a few tours and she's been an amazing asset. She used to normally just go around with the camera, hand out leaflets and that, but she seems to be wanting to do all these lovely art pieces. And Dean's explaining maybe how seasons would work. Where is everyone? Everyone's disappeared. Yeah, I've enjoyed today. Been good?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's like-minded people, isn't it? It's good to
That's the-
talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, that's the best part of doing all this. I get to meet so many like-minded people.
There's a classic example. Look, they come, yeah? Established in 1760.
Yes.
Prove me that Freemasons don't own that and they ain't well down through the lodge.
Right.
See what I mean?
Yes. That's interesting.
They go as family orientated, family whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's in the lodge. Do you know?
So there's something for you to, if someone wants to do that, look into that. So this is Lacon's.
Well-established family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm talking like, you know, these are barons, dukes, and earls.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? The company what owns this, and that's
Yeah.
been willed down to their families. You know.
Yeah, do a little bit of research on that and see if you can find a connection, between Flat Earth.
Great Yarmouth, and I've already done it.
Right, gotcha. Wow, interesting.
Yeah. Also, you got to look for things like 3 and 4. Yeah. There's concepts of 3, concepts of 4. Yeah.
Right.
Like the dude up there. So you see the balcony up there?
Okay, yes.
See 3 circles, right? In masonry, make a square. Yeah. The points. The 3
Okay,
circle
okay,
points when
yeah,
they meet.
yeah.
Makes a square, so that's a square and compass, yeah?
Right.
So that up there, the squares, yeah?
Yeah.
That's square and compass. And if you look at it, from the points up the top, you can actually see the square and compass on the balconies. You see what I mean?
I always
So
see.
that's all Masonic, that is.
Gotcha.
Obviously, you've got the pillars, look, Jackin and Boaz,
Yeah.
the Freemasonry, everything's Freemasonry. You've got the pillars here, look. See, the arches, that's all to do with Freemasonry, a whole lot of that.
Wow. And a lot of these lodges are just open and they're on the high street. They're they're not
But you don't know
hiding.
what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, as I say, even the a lot of the lower members, they haven't got a clue what's going on. You know.
You can be a Masonic lodge in here, do you know? No, because it takes a bit of chalk, that's all they do, chalk, and they put the symbolism on the floor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
In the west, the east, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, you know, and they have small little meetings, only take 3 masons or whatever to get their lodge going.
Gotcha.
Again, see that balcony up there, look? See the garnet? Well
Yeah.
established, right?
Yeah.
See the square and compass, though? All around the outside, look. See it? On the balcony, look.
Yeah.
The diamonds, you see the diamonds?
Oh, right.
See it?
Yes.
Got
See
it?
that? Yes.
See the square and compass, because they piss on everything they own.
Right. All right.
See the 3 circles up there, look? 3 circles, look?
Yeah. See that?
A square and compass, yeah? And again, if you see the point, you know where on each circle in the centre, there's a stick piece keep coming off, isn't there?
Okay.
See it make the square and compass, look?
Yeah.
See? But what you got is 3 diamonds, right? So that represents 6, 6, 6.
Oh
See, for
dear.
Lucifer. You see what I mean?
Yes, I
You
see
get
that. Yeah, I
Once
do
you
see
learn the
that.
symbolism,
Yes.
and then
I
again,
mean, I can see at the end it's been taken away, but I said it would be another 666, wouldn't they? It's been,
right, see what I mean? And
but
once you
here it's there and it's there in the middle.
They're hiding it now on a lot of buildings, do you know what I mean? But that's what that represents. That 3, them 3 there.
Yeah.
They're not 3, they're 6. Because 6 points, you know, like on the square and compass, there's 6 points. Like the top 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is 6. Yeah?
Okay.
So when you got 3, it's 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6 for Lucifer. See?
Wow.
6, 6, 6. See? But you got once you understand it, you can see it everywhere in your town, in your cities, and that just goes on and on and on.
That's interesting. That.
Man.
All right, so I think that's something I'm going to be looking out for.
Are you seeing the pyramids? Look, see the pyramids.
Oh, above, at the top,
all,
yeah.
That's what it's all about. Freemasonry. You see, Freemasonry is pyramids, squares.
Yeah.
3, 5, 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 6, 6, 6. And no matter where you go in a town or a city, you'll find their symbolism because they know no bounds. You know?
Oh, strange.
Madness.
Yes. Oh, that's very interesting.
Watch my videos. That'll give you the quickest learning curve.
Yes, I will do. I'm just trying to. Just looking at some more of the old buildings, you know, like the Lloyd's Bank and NatWest. Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know, like you see these buildings in threes, the pairs, you know, threes. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to do a little bit more research into Freemasonry, but I think this guy has given us all a fantastic head start. Yeah, you can see up there that used to be a bit of a pyramid. It's been knocked down. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'll have to pay a bit more attention to some architecture. Yeah, it's never really been my thing. You know, the Tartarian mud floods. I find some of it interesting, but it's not been my thing to research. Yeah. Right, guys, I think it's all slowing down. Dean's still getting stuck in there with more. He's been fantastic, totally instrumental with.
Really? Yeah.
No idea.
What about all the satellites in space that you pick up? What that? All week around, they never fail, they never break down, you know. They do fail quite a lot. Yeah, not that much. But they stay in orbit. Yeah, station we all think themselves. How does it do that? Huh? How does it do that? Because they're travelling at a certain speed. They will gradually fall. Do you believe that? You don't know that? But, yeah, because you can see them. No, What about all the technology?
Gotta believe her.
The other night, really small print on the newspaper for moonlight. How bright is that? Inverse square law of light, half the distance, 4 times as bright, half again, 4 times bright. It'd be incredibly bright. Yet when they're on the moon taking pictures on the day side of the moon, it doesn't look shiny like the moon you've got. When you start questioning things, just start questioning what you've been told. Don't believe it. I mean, I've looked into it and I think it's
Very good. That was interesting. The inverse square law of light.
what it is, you don't know. All I can tell you, see too far. Why was he assassinated? Do you know what Kennedy means in gaming? Or Celtic, I can't remember. Headworm. Ugly head. Go and have a look. Don't, I said don't believe me. Go and have a look. Do some real research. Think for yourself. Don't believe me. Don't believe anyone. Believe in yourself.
Awesome.
Good bit of advice, Dean. Like it.
Yeah, that's very good.
Trust yourself.
That's very good. Right, where are we on time? Circle up, 3:20. We're not going to. Ayahuasca. Oh. Don't know who's ayahuasca? Ayahuasca? No?
You have to ask Dave.
Yeah, beyond me. I don't know that
Specialised
bit.
topics.
Yes, Dave has specialised topics that...
As does Lisa. She'll be joining us in a minute. She's finished her
Yes, I've just been up there.
work of art. Just
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah.
And I'll post them. Nice. Done a good one today. Not that she doesn't do a good one, like, but yeah.
Yes. Right, yeah, so with a conversation going here. and we're getting ready to wrap up soon and start making our way to Nottingham. Get John Smith Globe Lie. That's that conversation there. Make sure you're subscribed to John Smith Globe Lie, and he will put a link there to Odyssey and Rumble for another great conversation. Yeah, I think he should be the other way around though, so that you can see his banner in the background. But so we survived with the phone shutting down just the once. The temperature got the better of my phone. If you guys have joined us and wondering what this is all about, this is the Flat Earth debate. And if you've got any answers to any of these 9 questions, then get yourself on Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980. There you go. Yeah, get yourself on there and do some swatting first. Don't just go on his channel thinking that you know something, because you'll make a fool of yourself, I promise. Do some swatting, present your argument properly, and they'll have a good discussion with you. Try and be respectful, because they'll make you look silly. They're open for debate. They're open to, but listen to what they've got to say. You know, because they do this day in, day out, and again, if you don't listen, then they'll make you look silly again. It's a fantastic channel, and as long as you put your ego aside, then both sides, we can all learn something. You might just have something that they haven't considered, and then everybody wins. Everybody gets to learn something. These are my old banners. Again, this is what I was into right at the beginning. It was what I studied right at the beginning, and things didn't make sense to me. Right.
They're walking around with like plastic discs that are attached to the back of
Are these like kind of vaccine patches?
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I haven't seen any, but
Is that the forerunners being used to carrying something alien in your body?
I don't know.
No, I saw that's the second or third time I've seen that now.
I'll
It's on the tricep.
right. I'll have a look at that. And Sven says he keeps seeing people with like smokers patches on, stuck to their arms. Quite a lot of people are doing. I've not seen it myself, but I will try and be a bit more observant. We don't have any more water, do we?
Yes, I just got fresh. Do you want one?
Oh yes, I'm just starting to struggle a bit. Thank you.
Yeah, do you want me to take the lid off?
Please. Yeah.
You want me?
Lovely one. Thank you very much.
I'll get the lid.
Ah, yes. Desperately needed that. I think Harry's just finished, has he? No, Dean's over. Oh no, he hasn't finished. You got Dean here on the other side. And Dave is having I'd love to be a fly on the wall for Dave's conversation. He's talking over there. See, that was ignorant. Walk right across there, and another one. Walk right the way across. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's ignorant, isn't it, eh? You just, I just been brought up with better manners than that. I'll stand in front of it next time. So yeah, we're off to Nottingham. We're going to see the Meakin, Howden Meakin, and looking forward to Nottingham tomorrow at 12 noon in, oh god, it's the main square. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. There's a big square there that we always go. I think it's where the council offices are. But we will be there tomorrow from 12 noon. There's always this sort of weather and all that. There's always a lot of people. So fingers crossed. You got a couple of people who've stopped. Let's give them a chance, you know. Right. I think I must have BO. I've just arrived and they both left. Yes, my BO must be strong. See ya. Yes, that's interesting to look at this, the origins of this this business. That'd be very interesting. That. See if you can find a tie to the Freemasons from Lacons, established 1760. That'd be hello. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, very nice. Let me just move away a bit and let them get out of the way. Yeah. Nice little arcade there. Oh, it's really quieting down. Well, not been one of our best days, but it's been nice and warm though. Oh dear God, the heat. Oh my. Yes. There's someone there who's all very much masked up. In this heat, I don't get it. If you fear what it is that you fear, then please don't come out if you fear that much. More businesses closed. We see an abundance of businesses all shutting down in every town, city. And many more to come if they lock us down this year, because do you remember Boris said that he won't lock us down, but they'll put in another puppet, and that other puppet will most surely as it go back on that. And they are puppets. Don't believe for a second that they're running the country.
That would make sense. You know, that's the, that one. It's everything you start with.
Johnson's. Yeah. So he's just on flat Earth and he's going along all the other conspiracies. And I accept that one or two will be conspiracy theories, but there's an awful amount of conspiracies, not theories, things that we know. I think Dave is having a fantastic conversation behind me. Yeah, and so is Harry. That'd be a great conversation to get in on. Harry's over there. So don't forget, you've got Trinity 4. He's not recording at the moment. He did some live streaming before. He did, but he will post a couple of the videos that he did before. So that would be really good. And Lisa's just joined the fold. She's been by herself all day. And she's now finished. I'll go up there later and grab her photograph. So yeah, we've had a few people come out to join us today. That's I'm not sure where they've gone. Maybe they've probably gone to the pub, try and cool down. But we'll be shutting down sometime soon. Yeah. Yes. Look into Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030 if you don't know much about it. The Great Reset. They've speeded it all up and it's starting now. Yeah. Yeah, so Harry, he put up, I think it was the aeroplane pilot conversation. So that's been put up, I think. So check that out. For John Smith Globe Live, there'll be a link there to his Odyssey and Rumble channel. Is all your accommodation sorted for tonight? Did they sort it? All right. Okay. A little bit on the quiet side. Yeah, a little bit more better on like a little control center and give everyone a Wi-Fi. Mike. You all right? Have you come across this? Yes. No, he wants to run away. Yeah, I thought he wanted to engage because he was smiling away there. Oh,
Cool down, has it, at all? It's just constantly
it's
gone a bit
constant.
warmer, a bit
Yes,
warmer,
yes.
a bit warmer.
I was going to wear my shorts today. They were a little bit grubby because I wore them over the weekend, and I'm back into jeans. And
But you know what I think in this weather it doesn't matter.
yeah, maybe.
Hot is hot,
Yeah,
it's
and I'm as cool as possible. There's not, I'm in the shade. Anyway, so maybe I should call it a day and wrap up. There's a few people just arrived, but maybe I should wrap up here. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to start wrapping up, guys. I'd rather say goodbye to you guys now rather than me. Temperature of my phone shutters down again. Oh dear, night. So thank you so much for joining us today. You've been watching the Global Eye Tour 2022 in Norwich, day 8. Still got a few people here. You can catch us all tomorrow in Nottingham at 12 o'clock noon. Oh dear, that's a nice breeze. And thank you so much for all the donations. And we've still got 1 week left to go, guys. So if we can still help towards Sven's accommodation. Got another 5 days or something for Sven to not sleep on the lino. If you could buy us a coffee, or put that money towards accommodation. We haven't put any towards fuel at the moment. I've been doing surprisingly okay. We'll put all that money towards accommodation. At the moment, we are getting a joint accommodation with Dave and Andrea and Sven, and Harry and myself are kind of sleeping outside, except for yesterday we didn't. But we're sleeping outside in our car still. But it's good to keep the gang together, and it makes things cheaper as well. You know, to join forces and join all our monies together. It just makes things a little bit cheaper for everybody. But if we can contribute towards that, that would be amazing, guys. At buymeacoffee.com/GlobalEye. Go on there, Dean. Look at that. Dean is a legend. You know, some great conversations. Yeah, I mean, most of the conversations you'll get, and here you're just a bit of a fly on the wall. Dave he's managed to get someone on. I don't know if it's live or what, but he's got his video there. And if he is live, you'll be able to catch that conversation. So thank you so much for joining us. That's Norwich. This is Norwich. Let me say goodbye in person. Yes, I know. I look awesome with this hat on. Yeah. Okay. Oops. That's a bit of a waste of drink. Dear. A load of drink everywhere. Yeah, so thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you in Nottingham tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I'll put my phone down and see if I can get some conversations. We're going to be here till 4 o'clock, so, and then we're wrapping it up to get to Nottingham. Cheers, guys. Catch you tomorrow.